Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of the Black Oni podcast. I'm so thrilled to have these three lovely guests with me. Many of you guys know one of the people who are already here, so we're going to start with my person on you guys' right, Mr. It's Yodu.
Yo, what's up, guys? How's your weekend?
And where can people go if they're listening on iTunes to go check out more of you and your lovely face?
If they're checking out iTunes, please follow the description below. No, you can follow me on Instagram at itsyodu, ITSYORU, and you can follow me on Twitter as well. I mostly do cosplay stuff right now, and gaming, obviously gaming. On Twitter, it's Chris_Lazcano, LAZCANO. Thank you, you beautiful chocolate man. I love you.
And right underneath me, we have Yuria.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, where can people go to get more of your lovely face?
Word. You can find me at Uriah, URIYYA on Twitter, and also the Show Radio 1 on YouTube.
Yes. And we have the lovely Miss DJ M. You like that? That was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And where can people go to get more of your lovely face?
You can find me on pretty much everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, at Miss DJM. And no, I'm not a DJ.
Wait. So before we even go further with anything else, I want to ask you two about your names. So you're not a DJ. Were you a DJ?
No, they're my initials for my real name.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if there was like some other thing behind it, because I know a DJ Knight, I know a DJ Tech Live, and I know a Miss DJM. So I'm like, why are all these DJs here? And we got the different.
No, just my initials, but everybody just calls me DJ anyways.
All right, and Mr. Yuria, what about you?
Yo, so the name comes from a Christian soldier and the Bible. It's just spelled a little bit differently.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And we'll give some really quick shouts to people who are on the chat right now. So for people at home who are new to this broadcast, new to this this podcast as well, we have this available on Twitch as a live broadcast, as we're doing right now. We have it on YouTube archived, usually the next day, depending on the schedule. And then we also have it archived on iTunes the day after that. So there's three places people can go to actually consume this. Most people go on YouTube and watch after the fact, but we've been doing Twitch for a couple of months where we're doing it live. So this has been a really cool thing to do. So quick shout out to, let's see, Controller Zen, Simply Andrea, Source Dumal, Jadea.
Andrea.
Yes, this Gaia girl. And, Miss DJM's here too, Yulia as well. XYZP, what's going on? If I missed anyone, please let me know. And then
and Dylan.
And Dylan.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
As you can see her in the background.
Yeah, it's her little hands.
Right next to the Pukamuku, the big ass Pukamuku over there.
That's so good.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Greetings, everyone. That is right. So now that we've kind of gotten the formalities of introducing everyone out of the way, let's go into the actual agenda. I have like two. I'm going to be switching back and forth between looking this way and that way. It's going to look a little crazy, but that's okay. I'm not shy of looking crazy. I wanted to ask this question to everybody, because we're all in the business of podcasting now. What made you start? Let's start with Miss DJM.
Oh, me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, because Andrew asked me.
Aww.
No, but to be honest, I did want to have a podcast of my own prior to that. I just didn't know really where to get started or what to do or how I wanted to put my voice out there. And it was like still kind of like in a planning thing. I'm like, what am I kind of doing? And then just Andrew came along and he's like, hey, would you be interested in this? And I'm like, oh my goodness, my prayers were answered and you just made my life so much easier. Because it is, I pretty much did want to talk about gaming and tech because that's something I love. And it's just like, yes, and I get to do this with somebody that I've been listening to and following that I'm like, this is perfect.
Awesome.
So.
Well, now that we've come to this, Yuria.
I wanted to hear myself talk, man. That's really the bottom line.
Dope.
You know what I mean? So everyone else was talking and I wasn't, and I wanted to have my thoughts out there about, gaming and entertainment. And so one day I was sitting on the carpet. So the whole foundation of the show started on the carpet.
Oh.
And I just started recording and it went from there.
Dude, that's awesome.
What about
From
you?
humble beginnings to where you are now.
Right?
Dope.
It's Yoru.
Because you asked me to.
That's amazing.
Guys, you guys think I'm joking, but that is the main reason that I'm here. That's like, I've never even thought of doing a podcast up until Will's like, hey, would you like to come on this podcast? And then I'm just like, it's your funeral, dude. And then it's regretted it ever since.
You stupid.
But it's been good and everything. No, but yeah, because of Will, he pretty much brought me on the podcast, and we were talking back and forth, and he was just like, "Sure, let's do this." And it's just kind of like from one podcast to another till I became a regular and on his team.
Yes. Also, I'm an idiot. On Chris's on It's Yoru's thing, it still says It's Yoru for his Twitch, but he's actually Yo It's Yoru. So.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I changed it before, and then like I never saved the file, and then don't mind me. Don't worry about it. It will be. I gave people the link at home so they can actually go and check it out. On the upload, I will have that fixed on YouTube, so don't worry about it. But yes, go follow all those people. I actually have all their names in the link right there, so go follow each and every one of them. They are fucking awesome people. Wouldn't have them on the show if they weren't. I started podcasting because, kind of like what Yuria said, I wanted to put my voice out there. There were enough people outside of the game industry that were just friends or people I knew or people who knew that I loved video games who used to ask me all the time, what do I think of this? What do I think of that? Do you recommend this game? Do you think this is going to be interesting or cool for the industry? I'm just like, why don't I just like make it a thing? Why don't I put myself in front of a camera and just make it a thing? Because enough people have asked me to do it. So here we are.
Dope.
Yeah.
Like the graphics and all that, man. Doing a beautiful job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amazing, as always.
Despite
I
the
feel like the Brady Bunch.
I know Brady Bunch. It's about to get lit once we start talking about some of the gaming stuff, but you'll see.
I can't wait till that new Brady Bunch RPG set in the same world. I'm kidding, there is no such thing.
You
Who would play that? Would you guys play that?
Oh no.
It depends.
Oh,
I would play a lot of things. It just depends on how they do it.
Would you play shower with your dad simulator? Because apparently people bought that as a joke, and now I have to fucking play it.
Oh no! This is gonna be awesome. So wait, are you gonna stream it?
Yeah, I have to do that and genital jousting, honey.
Wait, that's an actual thing?
that is actually on Twitch's prohibited list, so don't
Is
stream
it?
it.
Oh, good.
Don't.
Shower
There's a
with your
prohibited list.
dad.
Don't. But you can put it on YouTube. You can stream it on YouTube.
I'll stream it on YouTube then because
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thank you for the heads up because that would have been horrible. I'm like, why am I banned?
Why?
What'd you do?
I'm like, why are you?
were playing genital jousting. Why would you say
Fine.
that you wouldn't be banned?
Today, which game did you have? She said I have this game. Which one?
Which one of the many etchy games? And then Honey Pop as well. I got gifted that. And then just so many other random fucking games that I'm just like, I hate everyone because now they're just like, oh, I'm gonna send this game over to you. Now you have to play it and stream it. And I'm just sitting there like, all these games are ridiculous. And I'm just like,
Dude, you should come
Honey
over for
Pop
the.
is also prohibited.
Oh jeez.
see, this is a good thing. This is a very good thing.
Dude, you should come over for the next Loot Day Tuesday. Like
Gosh.
those.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't
yeah.
know about this? Okay. So I'm gonna just quickly explain what Loot Day Tuesday is. and then people at home can decide, you guys as well, if you want to watch it or not. So Lose Day Tuesday is a day in which is incredibly popular on my channel right now. We've only been doing it for like the past 4 weeks.
Great.
I mean, I think we've always had it before, but the format that we have now is basically a day where everybody can kind of like let loose and just like talk dirty as fuck. And
It's great.
It's basically like there's a lot of for their own various reasons. I totally understand. There are a lot of streamers who do not like people talking dirty on their stream, or they don't want to talk about sex, or they don't want to talk about this, that, and the third. And I felt that this might be an opportunity to do something a little bit unique, a little bit special, and a little bit in celebration of the things that we like that are lewd. And so this is for guys, this is for girls, this is for girls who like girls, guys who like guys. It's whatever. We talk about it all. And oftentimes we theme the game that we're playing around lewd. So it's fun. A lot of fun.
I'm gonna tag you.
Dude, seriously,
I'm gonna
tune
tag
in.
you on one of my streams because there's this for my very first emote. It's been suggested that my first emote should be DJ Perv.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. I'm 100% with that.
Because the games I have, sometimes I don't have specific days for it, but I have like DJ After Dark because I'll play the questionable Twitch games where it's like, okay, we'll let you go, but this is questionable. And, they're like really weird dating simulators, like Nico Para.
Yeah,
And
yeah. There was
Dylan's dying in the background.
there was a humble bundle that had like a bunch of like visual novels and dating sim stuff, like as like you could get like 15 games for like $7. I'm like, click, getting that, streaming it.
Hot to full boyfriend.
yeah.
Wear a pigeon mask while playing it like Dylan did. Just wear the pigeon mask. Where's your pigeon mask? Yeah, in the pigeon
Loot
mask.
Queen is your name on Discord. That's right. And you claim Loot Princess. Yeah, so we've got a lot of people who are in the chat right now who have seen Lose Day Tuesday and absolutely adore it. And I'm so happy about it. Like, my thing is, like, I don't ever want to get to a point where, like, I'm making people who are engaged, what the fuck? who are engaged, like, uncomfortable. But, like, at the same time, I want people to feel open to express themselves and let their freak flags fly. So we let people... We don't do any shaming. We don't do any like kink shaming or anything like that unless you're like doing something that's hurting people.
Pigeon mask.
The pigeon mask that might hurt someone. Just like peck someone in the face. It's probably gonna hurt.
I can't take this serious. I can't look at the screen right now.
He's just like, what? What's the problem? What's good? Hey, what's the deal? We want to ask you guys. This is how it happens. We always start and then derail.
The mask is hot.
We're gonna do a mini interview for you guys so that people at home can have a better chance to know who you are and what makes you tick. So I'm excited about that. First question is, and we're gonna start. We'll alternate between Miss DJM and Yuria. Ladies first, right? And only use Loot.
All right.
What was the first game you've ever played?
Pitfall on the Atari 2600.
Wow.
And would you consider that one of your favorite memories of gaming?
Yes. Well, okay, so that's kind of partially true because the first game I had was some Cabbage Patch Kid on the 2600. I hated that game. I played it once and I didn't like it. So Pitfall, I kind of contribute that one to being the first real one that I actually liked because it was something that I played with my dad. And I didn't understand anything I was doing other than he was telling me, here, jump over this, do that. I remember that. And I was like 4 years old. And it's one of my fondest memories growing up and playing games with my dad.
Shout out to playing games with your dad. With dads, dude. Oh my god, all the time. Except for that time he played Resident Evil with me when I was like 8. That was sorry. Like, what's this? The zombies are coming close. I'm like, ah! Ironically, I love Resident Evil, and I'm gonna do a stream with my dad. He's agreed to play Resident Evil on stream.
Dude, I can't wait to see that.
For real. And he's gonna be playing. I'm just doing commentary. And I'm just gonna be, all right, Dad, don't suck.
Yeah. Don't run into the wall and only the wall.
I know. Oh my god. Please, Dad, move. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming.
I saw him playing Battlefield when you were doing like a YouTube live stream, Facebook live stream thing, and I was like, "This is
I thought it was cute.
adorable." Yeah, this is
I
like
thought
the
it was
best.
cute. I was like, Dad, come on, you can't suck this bad. And then he's just getting headshots. I'm like, all right, now I know where I get it from. And then he gets laid down. I'm like, now I definitely know where I get it.
Yeah, he gets killed
I get it from-
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I do one good thing and 20 horrible things, and I'm just like,
Yuria,
I'll fuck
Yo.
from
first game, and did it change your life?
Yeah, Super Mario, man, changed my life completely, and I've been gaming ever since. To me, that was 1987. I'm not sure when it released, probably 85, somewhere around there, give or take. But Mario's been in my life ever since. Sounds kind of weird, but you know what I mean.
He's been around for a long time, so it ain't that weird.
Yep.
That weird. What about you? Well, actually, no, because we've already done stuff like that for Chris. So I was like, what about everyone else? No, this is an interview for our guests.
Exactly, not me. No, we've done this so many times.
I know. So what is your favorite game franchise of all time?
Oh, that's hard.
It is hard.
That is really hard. I can't choose one.
Even if it isn't your definitive one, just name one that comes to mind more so than something else. That's not much.
Please,
better.
first.
Time. He's just like,
Two came to my mind, and then two more came to mind after that. The first two, the top two, they're polar opposites: Final Fantasy series and Fatal Frame.
Oh wow, they're very different.
series.
Okay.
So those they would cover both everything I love. Like I love RPGs, JRPGs, so that'd be Final Fantasy. And then I love horror games, so Fatal Frame series is like my favorite.
All right. And so Yuria, he had time to think about it, and he still doesn't have anything.
There's so many, man. There's so many I'm thinking about right now, but I'll definitely say Halo for sure. Halo
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
And Destiny is on the rise as being one of my favorites to date. Maybe forever, right? Right, DJ?
I'm happy to hear you say that, but I am not also.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
I
He's just
just-
like
I'm
devoid of all life.
Halo, I'm with you. Destiny,
You got to
I'm
be
not
with
with-
me, man. You got to be with me
I
on Destiny.
can't.
Got to be with me on Destiny.
I'm
man.
gonna explain why, but before I even do that, I want Source mentioned in the chat. She wants to hear about Chris because she doesn't know that much about Chris because he hasn't been on a. What was that?
I know. I have it, and then I was typing out thinking it was my Twitch, and I'm just like, oh, this is great. And then I was just like, wait, why is Dylan typing for me? I'm like, oh wait, I'm on Dylan's Twitch.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
hilarious.
+1 for Destiny.
Oh,
What-
hey,
yes.
Sam, what up?
Hey
Yes.
man, listen,
Shout out to
Sai.
Saya. Thank you for coming through.
Saya,
Yeah,
thank
What's your
you for coming
class?
through.
What's your class, Aya?
I'm hard.
Definitely want to know.
Yeah, I know. Stop.
Wait, why are you
But yeah.
heartbroken? What I do?
What's up?
Nah, Source says she's heartbroken. Why?
Because you're hating on Destiny, fam.
Bro, like, I could bring my Destiny's Collector's Edition over. I
Doesn't
play.
mean you like it any better.
I you're right. But the thing is, like, I've said it before on cast, and I'll say it again because you guys just hadn't heard this before. Like, I spent so much time investing in Destiny before it even came out,
Same.
and then when it came out, I spent so much time playing it over other games. Like,
Same.
I played the alpha, the beta, and like the pre-launch thing. Like, I played it all throughout launch. I played it until like I was breathing it, and I got burned. I didn't get
Okay.
rewarded
So,
for playing.
Why did you get burned?
I didn't get rewarded for playing the game. Like,
That doesn't make sense. You understand that, right?
no. Here's the thing. So, the actual gameplay itself, super enjoyable. Really liked it. The RNG system and how the loot is built around the RNG, no matter what you did,
Yep.
broke it for me. And I'll use the example of the loot cave. People
Good times.
use the loot cave not because they wanted to exploit the game, but because they wanted to be rewarded.
Okay, so bring DJ in about the loot cave because she's not a Destiny player.
I know the
Okay.
loot cave, and I thought that was ridiculous.
It is
Okay.
ridiculous, and
Alright, cool.
and I know my own personal reason for doing it. I've done the raid several times and have gotten almost nothing for doing the raid several times. Like, the raid is fun, don't get me wrong, but when you do stuff that is as hard as a raid, especially your first couple times, you should get something meaningful for it.
Glass.
The Vault of Glass, you should get something meaningful for it. If you're in Crucible and your chances of getting anything through Crucible is about the same as someone who literally only falls off the map or only just gets killed the entire time. I've consistently, I don't even know what my KDR is in that game anymore, but I've consistently gotten like 15-3 or 17-20 in like 7 in terms of like the kill death ratio in matches, like consistently. Like I was beastly at that game, and I've never received any meaningful loot from it. I've seen people.
You lost me. You lost me when you said was.
Was what?
Was beastly at the game. Why are you not playing Destiny anymore, man?
Because I'm playing all this other stuff,
bro.
I'm playing all this other stuff that actually, like, if I do well, I'm like, hey, I get shit for doing that. Like, I've seen people who were, I was trampling. I was the one trampling them. Like, walk out of a match with Gallahorn or Hawkmoon.
Right. Oh my god! Remember when Hawkmoon came out? Holy shit! Like everyone was vying for it, dying to get Hawk or Thorn. Oh my god!
I was at that point. I was just like, you know what? I can't.
Fuck this game.
I can't. It was around that time when I realized that I couldn't. Don't get me wrong, and the fact that Destiny 2 is going to have like an actual story mode, so excited about that. So excited. Destiny 1 had a story that they stripped out of it.
It's gonna be
the foundation for an amazing game was there. It was all there. They had the gunplay, they had the developers, because fucking Bungie, they're legendary. They did fucking Halo. Halo is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Right. When I played Destiny, I was like left wondering what the fuck happened. And then we learned what the fuck happened. And I was just like, I don't understand.
Right. I mean, it's definitely something that we'll have to revisit, because even now, I think for me, Destiny has always been about the climb, man. The climb and the grind, right? The unknown, the fact that you know that once you do certain matches, certain playlists, or whatever you do, you're going to get something. And the question mark has always been the propeller for me to play the game even more. Like even now, I'm playing it more than ever, which is strange because it's 3 years later and we're still playing this thing. And then you have July, was it 18th, right around the corner for the PS4 stuff, and then a couple of days later it's going to be open to everybody. But dude, it's one of those. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. You know, a lot of developers can learn a lot from, I guess, if you would want to call it, fails of Bungie, learning how to make the game better.
Oh yeah,
but it's still a solid title even now.
No, I'm with you. I think again, gameplay wise, and like the fact that like 2 other people can just jump in at any time and just play with you, fucking so good, so good. It's just everything else has to come together as a holistic package. At least for me. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else. I was invested, bro. Like,
don't got me.
What? It's friends, man. What do you play it on?
I played on PS4.
We all jumped in.
It's people to play with, man. Like even right now they have Iron Mayhem Clash right now. They're doing till what, Tuesday, I think. So it's still good, man.
Iron Bananas out. But Will and I used to try. Remember when we tried to do the clan thing? You had to go through another website in order to make that clan, and then you had to register for it on the other website or some. That
was annoying.
That
was annoying.
God.
That was another reason why Will was just like, "This is so stupid. We can't just send invites right in the game."
We spent so much time putting that together.
See, I guess I'm gonna be clear. I don't love everything about it, but playing with friends,
PvP,
it is fun.
Yeah,
that
PvP
core
is so
aspect
good.
of it is amazing.
So good. Well, I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
Making the best of any like multiplayer situation can be fun. It should be fun because friends make everything better. Even if you're suffering together, it's a little better than suffering alone. So I guess that's what Will's trying to get at, because he played. I remember when we first started hanging out, we were playing it
all the time.
And then one day he just had a backlog, and then he never visited Destiny again. And then it was what was it? Taken King came out. Didn't you like get it for like 10 days and that's it or something like that?
I played through it, and like I loved what they added to it, but I think the core issues were still there for me. I was like, all right, I think they'll fix it. I think they'll get around to fixing it. I think they'll get around to adding matchmaking to raids. I think they'll get around to like having rewarding loot. I think they'll get around to a lot of these things that I thought they would do and they never did. So it's just one of those things. Like I played each expansion and I enjoyed it for what they were, but then I moved on.
That's fine. I mean, and I remember you talking about it. You were like, it's good, but they still need to improve it. And then I also remember Jamil, shout out to Dream Manifested, still always just like, "Will, you's a bitch. Let me tell you how it's gonna be."
And every time he would have the conversation, he'd be like, "Well, you right. Well, you right." I'm like,
but you wrong.
"But you wrong." I'm like, why you do this to
He's
me?
one person that's blinded by that game. Like he's like married to that game for better for worse. I think that's just what it is. And I don't know, man. I think that Destiny 2, if it just from the foundation that Destiny 1 laid out, and simple nuances like what was it, clan making, just matchmaking for raids on the spot, it's stuff like that. It's just simple small PvE stuff, like someone in the chat said, shout out to Source Duma, that Vietnamese that is. Yeah, but he said the same thing. It was just PvE needed more attention. Oh yeah, needed more attention than PvP, because the PvP was well done. It was very based, very, very. It was very group driven, and that's excellent. But PvE definitely needed to work out its kinks, and they just kind of dropped the ball with it, I think. And that's why Will hates it so much. He just, well, hates a strong word, but very much dislikes it. He's like.
I again, I'm gonna say this till the day I die. I think the actual core gameplay of that game is phenomenal. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, but the other questions that I definitely wanted to ask, what was the first gaming show or convention you ever been to?
I guess there'll be small ones. Like in Hawaii, we don't have a huge convention scene. So there was one called KawaiiCon on Oahu, and
What's up, tubes?
it was actually
It's
a
your
small
boy,
private
JBlaze06 here,
thing. It
giving
wasn't like anywhere on PAX or BlizzCon level or anything like that. That was probably maybe 5,000 people that weekend. And that was actually fun. And I actually did a cover for that convention for Attack on the Show on G4 TV. Well, when G4 was actually good.
Right.
When it was actually good, yeah.
Yeah, when it was actually good. But yeah, that'd be my first one. That was fun. And then I got addicted. I was like, I want to go to more of these with bigger people, a lot more people.
Yes.
And I got to meet Yaya Han. That was like the highlight. Is I got to meet Yaya Han.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, I like Yaya.
My friend Danny, actually, he was stationed out there for a long time. Danny Doe, Will.
Yeah.
He went to KawaiiCon as well because he lived in Hawaii. So he was just like, that's like the only scene down there. And he's just like, whenever it came around, he tried to go always get that weekend off or something. It was really nice, dude. And,
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is.
What about you, Yuria?
It would have to be PAX many years ago. I would say 4 or 5 at this point because I haven't been to PAX in a while. And that was fun. It was definitely an experience to open up my eyes to just wanting to be around a community of gamers that are like-minded, right? That kind of a thing. So PAX, I enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. Cool. And other question that we have on here. What would you say has been the most rewarding thing about not just podcasting, but being in the industry, being a part of the growth?
Man, you go from like one extreme of this question, something simple, and then something super deep.
I mean, we try to mix it up here. We try to ask some simple questions, some deep questions, deep down.
Yeah, I'm going to be super cheesy here because it's the first thing that came to my mind was actually getting to know Andrew a little bit more.
Oh.
It has been.
That's
because
adorable.
over the last like 5 years or so, we talked off and on, and it's always been just like me catching up and watching a show or retweeting him or checking up how he is, but it's like never been on a very super one-on-one level. So getting to know him and getting to know the man behind the mic and everything, that it's been amazing. It has been. And then past that though, it's also just getting a better understanding of the industry, because you start off on just being a fan on one side and just seeing it for all its glamour and the lights and everything that you love, and then to start seeing it from the other side, the hard work and then the people that are behind it, and and getting that understanding, and also learning to, build these friendships and relationships with them, that has been such a huge blessing. And because if not, I would have never met like you, Will, or Andrea, or any of them. And I love talking to people. I do. And I love hugging people. So if you ever see me, you're getting a hug.
This is true. I'm pretty sure we hugged the first time we met.
Yeah.
Will's a hugger
I'll
too.
do a handshake, but then I was like, I like giving hugs. You get all the hugs.
Amazing. Well, now
You gotta
I'm
imagine
gonna.
me be quiet. I get to be cheesy all I want.
Yeah, gotta imagine. Yeah, it was cheesy.
You
It
just go.
was cute though. It's good. It's good. I like it. Yuria.
Yeah, so I've always had this dream to have somebody that I can relate to, right, when it comes to podcasting and stuff. So I've tried a few years ago to do the co-hosting thing, and that didn't work out. So one of the most rewarding, even now, was the day I asked DJM to come on to be co-host, and I was so nervous. I mean, dude, I was so nervous because as DJ mentioned, we had a rapport for a few years, great, pleasantries on and offline, that kind of a thing. And that was a really, really big day for me because I knew that we had similar values. And I've seen that even from afar, just, watching the way she supported the show, and I supported her, Twitch and the different things that she was doing. So my challenge, even before asking her was it the right time, right? Because timing is everything.
Yes.
So I was struggling with the fact that, is it too premature? But I was thinking back, but there's definitely history there where I feel like there was enough cadence for me to even ask her, and it was going to be okay, or at least something to think about. I knew it wasn't going to be an immediate no if it was a no, but I knew there was going to be some thought process even there. So the fact that it worked out the way it did thus far, and even just, struggling in the background, which I wanted her to see a real time, that's been a blessing for me. That kind of a thing, yeah.
That's amazing.
Hey man, right on. Like it. What challenges? You talked a little bit about to see the struggle. What challenges have you faced in this journey? Will
Oh man. Go with Uriah on this one first. I've been going first. You go first.
Wait, is it pronounced Uriah or Yuria? Have I been saying
I'm good both ways.
have I been saying it wrong this whole time?
No, you're good. It's kind of like my last name, Alliance. It's French, so people say Alliance. So
Alliance.
it depends on.
Hey.
Yeah, so it's all good. Double ways or anything. So challenges. I think my main challenge has always been transferring the relationship into an actual real one, right?
Yeah.
And I've definitely shared with DJ that I made some big mistakes. Even thinking that there was a relationship there with other individuals, and it wasn't, and it turned out to be a catastrophe. And I think that's when I knew, even thinking about it now, that it was going to be all good because I was so transparent with DJ. In the beginning, even now, it was very uncomfortable for me, right? Mm-hmm. But I knew that wasn't going to be a problem because if I can share, the things that I'm thinking real time, she knows that she's safe, and I'm not going to try to destroy her or her brand in any way, shape, or form. And the other thing that I was always concerned of too is how much are we going to graft into what we do? Is it going to be certain things will still remain separate, or are we going to graft a lot of things together? So even those conversations happening real time, and it made me nervous that she was so comfortable to be as grafted as we are now, where whether I'm on the show or she's on the show or we're both on the show, it doesn't matter because I trust what she would say, even if I'm not there, and vice versa. So that's always been a challenge, trying to figure out who's really real online, and once you meet them, does it transfer over the same way?
That's so relevant and so real. Yeah.
For me, I have
It's like
like
a
I have
side clap
like
on the side.
two. I have like two different answers. So as a content creator, as a streamer, I think like I've been streaming on Twitch for off and on for 6 years. 6 years last month.
Wow.
But it was more off. I wasn't always super consistent, and I've always been the type of person that I'd rather help people build their their channel or help them rather than helping myself. And I don't know why I did that. Even early on, like I only started streaming because can't remember her last name, but Deborah over at G4 TV. She's like, "Hey, there's this thing called Extra Life. We're gonna create this this thing, and we want you to be on our team to help raise money for this. We'll give you all this stuff to do this." I didn't know what Twitch was. I didn't know what Extra Life was. This was in 2011, and I was just like, "Sure, why not? Just tell me what I need, and I'll go and do it because I love G4 and I love Attack of the Show."
Yes.
And that's the entire reason why I even started streaming, was more of like, it wasn't something to be consistent on. And I loved helping other people more. And I only did streams like once in a blue moon and for charity events. And now, like, fast forward like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was like, why don't you stream more often? And by that point, Twitch has already turned into this popularity contest. It's pretty much like high school. So you're either in a clique or you're not. And I was like always that type of person in high school where I didn't belong to a certain clique. I like to be mobile and be everybody's friend and help everybody and or help people stay away from toxic people. Like one of those people. So I always find it really hard right now to build myself up the way that I want to. I'm very, very structured on the type of audience I want to build. Sure, it's not going to bring me like really big numbers, but I've never had a problem with trolls or really like I might get that one viewer a month that would be like, show boobs. That's it. And I pride myself on that because I know that I'm structuring my content, my channel the way that I want to, because I'm not being harassed like that. And then I can't, not everybody can say that, but because of the slow growth that way, it's like a little bit like, okay, I'm working so hard. It'd be great if like somebody would notice that a little bit more. And the people that I will not bring up names on this one, but the people that I have helped over the years, they are partnered. They are really huge names. They do pull anywhere between 1,000 and like 4,000 viewers.
Wow.
And to know that the help that I provided them and gave to them in the friendship is like, once they got to be that popular, it's like I never existed. That is like a struggle for me because I just want to be like, I have so much dirt on you right now, but I will not be that person.
Yeah.
I will not be that person. I will let it go. And
Yeah.
but for the people that are there, like, I appreciate them. They have been amazing. I've had mods that have been my mods and been watching my stream from day one, from when I was super inconsistent to like now. And I love them. And they're pretty much like some of my closest online friends. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. Even if they're the only ones that ever come to my stream, that makes me incredibly happy. But as a podcaster, since I've only been doing it for like 3 months now, maybe about 3 months, it's more of finding my voice. And I know I have something to offer. I just don't know how I want to put it out there yet. So it's always kind of a trial and error and trying to understand, it's not so much for me as much as I want to help somebody else out. Whether it be my thoughts on this video game and helping people. Like, I feel like when it comes to video games, everybody goes with the popular decision and they don't want to voice it out because they're afraid that, oh, okay, you're just going to get, hate or backlash for just not having that same opinion. Most of the times I don't have the same opinion on games. Like I don't like Destiny, period.
That's fine.
My goodness.
You're learning things today, Andrew. You might have to reconsider.
He's so hurt right now. He's just
Oh my goodness.
Like, I did it. I gave Destiny a try and I didn't like it. Will I give Destiny 2 a try? Yes, I will. Then maybe I'll like it. Maybe I won't. Like, I don't know. I just really don't care for those games. Like COD. I don't like COD.
I like COD, but I didn't even bother with the last COD.
It was a waste. Don't even.
I saw enough where I was just like,
Titanfall at that.
yeah, right. Might as well play
Titanfall.
Titanfall. Yeah.
So, all right, I want to say something about the voice thing though, because I can see it. Miss DJM is, she got this swag, but on a humble, right, about her, right, and I see her like flourishing into like this big awesome flower, right? In terms of her voice and what she's sharing, which is which is amazing. So even recently, she was doing the interview for Guy Moria, and I knew that interview was not mine to do. So I was like, you know what? Maybe 30 minutes before we record, I said, you know what? It's this one's on you. This one's on you. You're doing this one, and I knew that it was going to be fine because she's very confident. Even though she may not say that she is, but you do see that it does shine through, and I believe in her abilities, for sure. So I'm blessed, man. I'm in a great place, and I love to have her, and she's dear to me, so she knows that she's special.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
special
that's
ed.
amazing, guys.
Especially beautiful moment ruined.
All good. So good.
Thrashed.
But going
Like-
back to the Guy Moria thing, that's another thing that I want to, I guess not necessarily take advantage of, but I feel that I can bring to it, is that games like Guy Moria is not really well known, and he's been working on that game for 3 or 4 years now,
Which game?
and it's Guy Moria. It's a indie. Well, he doesn't like the term indie, but he is indie. He used to be an art designer for Destiny.
Wow.
And he decided to break off, and he lives in Hawaii now, and he started working on this game called Guy Moria, and he made his own game studios called Games. And
Wait,
I've been following. What?
he made
Yeah.
a game studio called Games.
No, his game studio is EYUH. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
What was
that's pretty much. I
confused?
don't have that deep voice.
Guy Moya.
But- Yeah, I've been following his game, and he's pretty much been doing a lot of it on his own for like the last 3 years, and he's only brought on coders recently. And I feel it's going to be a great game, and to be able to bring him on as a guest and introduce more people to his project, I would love that. I would love to help him out because I think what he's doing is awesome. So that's the thing with podcasts. I don't know. I'm going to be quiet now.
Oh no, you're good. I'm
Don't be
actually
quiet.
trying to show people. Hold on, I kind of screwed up the interface. I'm gonna try again.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
let me see if I can find another more in-depth.
Colorful greens.
Yeah, no, it's like the art style is really cool and really pretty, but I don't know if there's too much actually out there right now in terms of footage. I know there's like some live streams here where he kind of
Yeah. He used
Yeah, I
to stream
think
on
he did.
Twitch, but he started just sticking with doing like speed drawing.
yeah
He just lapse drawings of the work that he's doing,
right.
and he just posts it up to YouTube.
Yeah. So even stuff like that, and the changing from I to we, this is our thing. We are doing this, that kind of a thing.
Mhm.
I think it's still something that DJ is trying to get more comfortable with, because she'll say, well, you've done this amount of shows, all this stuff, so this is really your thing. No, it's not my thing anymore. And I think that that process of building the mindset of we're a team now, and I need you, and maybe you need me, I don't know. we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I do need you. You need to guide me through this, senpai.
You'll be good. You'll be fine.
You'll be alright. That's great. You talked already a little bit about this, but I guess I want to ask the question anyway, since it's one of the things that's on here. You talked a little bit about like people only wanting to get something out of you or kind of like use you a little bit fake. And we've in one way or another, I would say most of us have experienced something like that. What lessons would you say you've learned, or lessons that you'd like to express to people to keep in mind when they are trying to get involved in this gaming industry? What are like the takeaway points? He's like, you know what? In my years of doing this, this is what it looks like, and this is what it is.
Okay. All right. So let's go with the first reaction. The first reaction is have the sword out, and I wanted to cut people, right? As the first reaction. And then once I realized that that wasn't going to work out really good, it's really finding individuals who share the same values with you, right? So a couple of things that I know that resonated when I was looking for someone: trust, love, honor, benevolence, or charity, right? If that person has those things, I know there's going to be some humility there. There's going to be, has to be. It's almost impossible not to have those and not have some humility in there. So I needed that, right? I was looking for that earlier on, but I didn't have enough experience to understand what I needed at the time, right? So to be fair and thinking about it that way. So the progression for the show, first there were just me talking to myself, then it was having some guests on, then it was collaborations, then it was I'm tired of everybody, I'm going to go back to being myself. And I did that from maybe 118 to maybe 340, episode 340.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wait, so how many episodes are there of the podcast?
358 or something like that.
Wow.
Right? So I did a lot of them by myself, but I realized that every time I went to an event, every time I saw someone I knew, when I came back home, it was lonely. And that's the part nobody wants to really talk about, right? So I'm doing all this stuff. I'm being, recognized for the things that I'm doing. And as far as the work that I'm putting out, the podcast is dope. People are enjoying the podcast or listening to the show. That's great. But when I came back, I didn't have anybody to share that experience with, right? I really didn't. I mean, my wife, she understands, right? That's cool. She supports, the project. That's great. But I needed somebody in the trenches with me, right? And I didn't have that. So I was always looking for someone like that. Maybe it's just 2 for now, and I may not increase anybody else on the team or anything like that. But I'm good with just 2. I could do a lot with just me and DJ. A lot. Like even the emails flying back and forth right now. She's CC'd on pretty much everything I do. So she's seeing the stuff going back and forth. She's seeing the pitches. She's seeing the hustle. She's seeing all that stuff real time. And I want her to see that. Right. And even going back to, building relationships and all that stuff is great. It's you have to be honest with yourself. Right. I'm never going to be DJ. Right. And she has strengths that I don't have. So why she's not in competition with me. And that's what really deteriorates teams over time, especially teams that have individual talents. The Team USAs and all those teams, they're great, but there has to be somebody who can bring them together, be like, yo, check your ego at the door. We're doing this as a team, and we're gonna destroy anybody in our path, right? Because we understand what the strengths are. Bird was Bird, Jordan was Jordan. Whether you like them or not, they had some extreme talents of their own, right? So when you actually start building teams that way, I even had her DJ take a strength test, right? And I'm like, I don't care about your weaknesses. Send me just the strengths, and I want to see how they line up with mine. So I know for a fact that if there's a show that's dope, that's a podcast, that's not mine, that's going to benefit her strengths, check that out. Here's the link to that. If there's a book that I could recommend that is going to increase her, being even more awesome, here, read this book, right? So there's a lot of things that we can do to build each other up. Yeah. Instead of tearing each other down. So, and I think that's what a lot of individuals are really appreciating about the new dynamic is, it's sincere. You know what I'm saying? We're not, at a place where we're competing or anything like that. I know what she's strong at, and I respect that. And I'll always give her, and I told DJ in the beginning, even if she leaves today, I want to make sure I did everything I could for her to have a best experience in her 3, 4, 5 months of podcasting. That's the least I can do. So I'll stop there.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
I kind of have to mirror some of those things too, such as it's not a competition. So I don't say this is a little bit hard for me about learning in the industry. I can talk about what it's like trying to build yourself on Twitch and even as an individual, no matter what it is that you want to do, whether it be podcasting, streaming, even if it's just going out and just getting a regular 9-to-5 job, always like me myself, it's something that I continue to work on and I want to progress. So a lot of that is coming from this. Humbling myself and grounding myself is that no matter if you're no matter how big you get, you have to remember where you started, and you have to respect that to a sense, because there are a bunch of small things that happen to get you to that point. And it's not about forgetting the little people. There's no such thing as little people. There's the people who supported you and believed in what you wanted to do, and then there's the people who just like you because you already got to that point. The people that believed in what you do, they're the ones that will continue to help you grow, to build, to mature. And those people, I will always find them to be the most important. And if that group grows, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too, because I can appreciate them. So just being humble that way. That also means checking your ego at the door. It doesn't matter. Just like you cannot think that, yeah, you put in the hard work, but again, there's people that helped you do that. There's people who gave you that courage, that encouragement, those words, be like, don't quit yet. You're getting there. We see it.
Mhm.
So it's not, yeah, you are doing the work, but you're not doing it by yourself. Never ever think that you're doing it by yourself. And then the whole competition thing is that it's like, if you're helping somebody else grow, you're also helping yourself grow, because you leave that lasting impression of like, this person is doing this and helping out this people, and people will know that and remember that, and they're like, oh, I remember you did this for so and so. That's awesome. I'm glad I finally got to meet you. I've had those experiences. And you think that nobody's paying attention or nobody sees. They do. They really, really do. And they'll see the good things and they'll see the bad things too. And those bad things will take away all the 100 good things that you did. Just the one bad thing. So it's not a competition. It's like, if you're helping one person grow in this genre, then you're helping the whole community as a whole, not just them, not just you. And some people forget that. And even though it hurts and it sucks, like I said, I've helped other people and like they just forget that you existed. Yeah, it does hurt that they forget about you. But then the people that help support them, they remember you and they support you as well. So maybe you lost that one good friend, but the people that know and fall under that person, there's like 10, 20 other people who are like, it's okay what that person did. It doesn't really matter. I still know what you did. I still think you're awesome. And I'm going to support you too. So it all comes down to just really being humble, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, whether it be in the industry, starting up your own podcast, starting up your own blog reviews, whatever it is. That's like something that I continue to try to work on and to improve myself. And I hope that like other people who, if they're getting into streaming, they'll see like, oh, I only had 4 or 5 people watch me. I'm like, you know what? Those 4 or 5 people felt you were valuable enough to spend time watching you. Respect them, because basically by you complaining about those 4 or 5 people is pretty much saying like you don't count. And they do.
Every single person counts.
It doesn't matter if you have only 1 or 2 people watching you; they're still watching you. You know, so you take that to heart, because they could be watching anyone else, but they'd rather dedicate their time to see what you do, how you game, what you talk about, and it's beautiful, because without them, you don't see growth. I mean, you see 1 or 2 people at the beginning, and then it doubles to 4, and then you can't forget that those 2 people are what started it. Maybe they got out and were like, "Hey, check out the small time streamer. They're gonna be something special." And you know, it keeps doubling, and then it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going, and then you're eventually at 100. Views, and 100 people like watching your stream, and you're like, whoa, how did I get this far? Can't let that ego to your head. Be like, yeah, I got 100 viewers per stream. It's like, you got to remember, you started at 1 or 2, and now you're at 100, and you got to love the grind. But at the same time, you definitely have to be thankful for where you came from. You're right.
The other thing that people kind of forget sometimes in their journey to stardom on anything is that without any of those people, without any single one of those people, like what do you have if that's the only thing you're basing the quality of your work on, the quality of what you can offer? If you're only saying I'm this good because I have this many people watching, what happens when those people aren't watching? Are you no longer good? Are you no longer valuable? Are you no longer important in the ecosystem of the gaming industry or whatever industry that you're in? Those people are absolutely vital and so important to your growth and the public perception in terms of like gauging how you're performing. But it's also super important to realize like what you do that you can add value to in terms of the industry as well.
You got to be the impact that you want to be. You know what I mean? If you want to see an impact in the gaming industry, you become it. You want to see impact in something really, in something important, you become it. Because trust me, when people start seeing that, they're going to be like, you know what, your cause is amazing. You're doing, a great job. Let us help. And then you have a movement behind you. And that's when, your positivity just sparked a movement. So remember, small little steps leads to, a huge journey.
The
by
baby
the end of it,
steps.
you'll be like, hey, look where I am.
And that brings us full circle into the rest of our cast, where we're just going to just unwind and talk about the cool shit that's happening in gaming. So this is our gaming section. I want to know from all of you guys, first of all, people at home who are listening or watching live on Twitch or listening and watching later on iTunes or YouTube, thank you all so much for being here. We're all incredibly excited to be here. Many of us are caffeinated, so we're ready to go.
Maybe you more so.
Yeah, let's do
You
this.
drink a Red Bull, so that's why. I know you guys can see if you guys are watching it on what was it, iTunes, but he's still drinking the empty fucking Red Bull can as we speak. It's gone, Will. Leave it be.
So let's start with Ms. DJM. What have you been playing?
Oh, a lot. Let's see. I started. What did we play? Breakaway.
Oh yeah,
Which is in a closed alpha.
So
I
I'm
love
playing
that
some of
game
that.
so much. Yeah, I'm addicted to that game for a closed alpha that I don't have full access to for everybody yet. It takes a lot of my time. So a lot of Breakaway. What is the last game? It was a really bizarre DJ After Dark game.
Oh,
It wasn't Panty Party.
was it Senran Kagura?
No, that's
No, I want that game though.
Oh,
I
I've
have that
been
on my
playing
wish
it.
list. I tried that so hard. I can't remember what it was, but it was about Doki Dokis. Oh my goodness.
That's great.
I can't remember what it was. I can't. Oh, Galgun, Double Peace Girl, or something like that.
Okay. Hold on, I need to find out what that is, Cal.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit dangerous. I didn't know what I was getting into, but then it was a little bit of. Never mind. I don't think it's appropriate.
I mean, I could think of worse. Let's click on this and see what happens. Oh, it's a PlayStation game.
For real.
Well, it's
don't
also
got
on
me.
Steam. It's also on Steam.
Okay.
Too. But yeah. And then Panty Party.
Any
That's
party. Oni Sarum Dream
But those,
Game.
those are the last 3 games that I've played this week. Oh, and Battlegrounds. Lots of Battlegrounds.
Yes. Yes. So, okay. I want to ask you just quickly, as like a impressions of these games. What would you say? What are your impressions of? What was the first game you said?
Breakaway.
Breakaway. So you've been playing it a lot. What would you say are kind of like the really great things and really not great things about it?
The really great things. It's kind of MOBA-esque, and I don't really like MOBAs, and I hate that it's being called a MOBA, and the fact that I'm calling it MOBA-esque. But it's a 4v4 sports team brawler that's kind of like playing soccer, but you get to beat people up at the same time.
That's amazing.
Yo,
Okay.
he loves soccer, so he's like,
Yeah.
oh, soccer, you say? Football?
So it's like that. But really, the best part of this game is the community. To be honest, like Amazon presented this game at TwitchCon last year, and they're hinting towards having another big booth at TwitchCon this year too. But the community is awesome, and the Discord was founded at TwitchCon last year, and it just continued to grow. The devs are in the Discord, and they talk to us, and they ask for our feedback, not just like on regular Twitter posts or in the forums. Like, you'll have the devs come in there. Like, yeah, I think it was yesterday. One of the devs, his name's Zin Ramu. He's like, so what if we did this? Would you guys be okay with that? Like, what are your thoughts? And then like, we'll give it like live right there. Like, okay, got it. We're going to go and do this. Or if there's a bug that is like detrimental and it affects everybody really bad in a negative way, we'll just ping them like, hey, this is happening. Like, oh, it is? Okay, we'll get a hot fix out for this tomorrow. And it's nice to have that kind of direct access to them. And I'd say like on a regular basis, I play games with a good portion of those devs, like are
That's
outside
dope.
of their own games. Like one of them I play Battlegrounds with. The other ones I played a few Friday 13th games with them,
You
or
gotta play that, by the
Breakaway.
way.
It's like it's nice to have that access and feel like, okay, we're humanizing them. They're not trying to be in the background and not tell us what's happening. They have us a part of the process, like, live, and I think that's awesome, and I love it. And I was like, it makes you want to further support this game and get other people to love it, because it is a fun game, but to also be a part of that process is amazing. And it's also great that they're like, hey, we got this cool thing, you guys really love the game, let's all fly you guys out to our studio to come and play with us.
Mm.
Wow,
And they
that's
like they didn't care where you came from. They didn't care if you were like a small streamer or a big streamer. It didn't matter. Like, it didn't even matter if you didn't stream. If you love their game, you're active in the community, and you just like gave this feedback. But they had people from like UK that they flew in. They're
That's
like, yeah,
great.
just come in. We'll just play for a day, and we got
That's
you covered.
amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been meaning to play this game, and like I have it ready to go. I just haven't had time to play it yet. Like, even
It looks
today.
so good.
Yeah,
Oh my
it just
god.
looks a lot of fun. I saw Miss DJM playing, and I saw DJ Tech Live playing it as well. I was just like, yo, bro, let's get on. He was like literally getting off, so I just didn't get a chance to
I
play it
need
yet.
to play. I'm downloading this game. Fuck it. I'm going for it. This
Yeah, I
looks
think-
ham and a half, dude.
I think I might have another code for you. Let me check my email, because I think it's like
I got extra codes.
okay.
Oh,
So that's
thank you
perfect.
guys, I appreciate it.
We'll make sure to exchange codes after the stream so that we can play it together.
I'm down,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my god, I love anything. This does really look like. I know what you were saying by like, oh, it kind of looks like MOBA-esque.
Yeah.
Kind of. It does give that like a.
And you're seeing
Well,
it from a
it's
spectator
my-
cam, by the way. So like,
Yeah, this is from a spectator cam, and it's a really, really fun game. Of course, it's a closed alpha, so their servers are only up from Thursday 5 p.m. Pacific to Monday mornings at 10 a.m. And every week they're trying out different things, and they take their feedback like, hey, you guys didn't like this, we're going to try this week without it and see what, how you guys like it. Oh, you guys like this, we'll add that. So every week it's like, yeah, it has its bugs and it has its problems, but it's kind of like every week it's something a little bit different, and we're making adjustments to find that sweet spot that makes us happy, makes you guys happy, and it just works overall.
active community, active, it's just like there's nothing better when a whole, like a whole team gets behind their target audience. They're like, okay, this information that we're getting from like, our Discord is vital to making our game succeed. And then, they try new things. This works, this doesn't, this works. And then pretty soon you're going to have like an amazing game that people are like, holy shit, this was perfect, or close to it as possible. So this game looks hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
dude,
this
it
game.
does look awesome. So what about you, Mr. Yuria?
Yo, does it have full control support? I think I meant to ask you that.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes and no.
Okay.
It currently does, but I think they do have plans of just removing controller support altogether. I'm not too sure
Why?
I'm not too sure why, to be honest. And I don't think there's a lot of people who use controllers.
Gotcha.
I've always been wanting to ask, but I always forget because I don't use a controller. I'm not a pleb.
Oh, the fighting words.
You know what sucks?
Murder,
Because I
she
immediately got
wrote.
offended, and I'm like, wait, I'm not part of that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
That-
there's certain games that work better with controller, certain games that don't.
Shadow of Mordor.
Okay.
My fucking god, that game is ridiculous on the PC.
People are like, yo, they shit talking that shit.
That's crazy. I mean,
I
so
wanted to see the reaction
Oh,
because Gutter
yeah.
Magic is one of the Elite Eights. He actually presented this game, Breakaway,
Okay.
at TwitchCon last year, and
That's
he
dope.
uses a controller. I
Oh,
wanted
so you did.
That
Shout out to
shade.
Gutter Magic.
wow.
That ill shade, though, guys.
Hopefully the devs are watching this for whatever reason, because I would like for them, like, even though I would use mouse and keyboard, I would like for them to keep the option to use controller, because I think there are some people who just hate using mouse and keyboard. They like the idea of playing on PC, but they just don't like I get it. I get why they don't like it, but I've grown accustomed to it and I like it now. But I like both. I like both ways of playing. So I would like to have the option. Like, for example, if I wanted my girlfriend to play this, she is not going to want to play on a mouse and keyboard. She loves playing games, but she does not like mouse and keyboard. But she'll take a controller and play it, and she'll be fine. So something to keep in mind, devs.
Word. I mean, so for gaming lately, definitely River City Ransom Underground, which is one of my favorite games back into the NES days. Underground is actually the new one on Steam, fairly new. I think it was released February 2017. That Daniela gifted me because she's amazing. So shout outs to her for that. So aside from that, you have retro gaming. Contra went through that recently. Turtles in Time, Turtles Tournament Fighters played that recently. Uncharted 4 was playing that recently,
So
and
good.
of course Destiny. Destiny.
Okay. So we'll go on a different tangent with this one. What would you say are the pros and cons of River City Ransom?
It's all pros, man. The game is amazing.
There's nothing bad about it.
Nah, it's tough, but if you consider being tough a negative, then it may not be your type of game. It does have multiplayer support, does have full controller support, and the story, the high school beat 'em up kind of thing, which is great. And then the original Nintendo one still held up well, and this is the second iteration of, this is the next one up from that. So love the game, man.
Oh wait, I get it. Removing controllers in. I get it. His name is. I'm sorry.
Did it
I
take
saw
you that long?
I saw that for like a while. I'm like, what is he talking about? And I was just
Did
wait.
it really take you that controllers and remove? You're like, why?
This might give you wings, but it makes you like you fly above the clouds and kind of forget obvious shit like that.
Just
Is this a PC only game or is it also on consoles?
This one's PC only. The original one was NES.
Okay. And does it have controller support?
Full controller support.
See?
It's amazing too.
Yeah.
Animations, like it's dope, man. Like the combinations that they do and playing it online with other individuals obviously is really dope. So it's one of my favorite games.
Right on. It's Yoru.
yo.
What you been playing aside from again making costumes and making people cry? By the way, did we talk about that before the stream started and then not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you might want
It's
to
fine.
elaborate.
It's fine. We don't have to do that. Oh my god. All right. So, as for gaming, obviously PUBG. Holy shit! I've been playing with shout out to Shadow the Fallen, my friend Ken. Holy fuck! I went from being a complete newbie, not even knowing how to even pick up an item, even though it says press F to pick up an item, right, to completely running a squad of like 2 to 3 people and just using military terms in under a week. He is such a good teacher. Will has played with him before, but oh my lord,
fun.
Oh yeah, he's very, 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 very focused. He was in the military, so he knows, like certain call outs, what to do. So the fact that I had to like compress all that information into my tiny brain meant that I had to, just pay attention. And that game will punish you for not even just paying attention, for completely not just a lot of things. It'll punish you for a shit ton actually.
Yeah,
It punishes you more than it
forgiving.
rewards. Yeah, that game is pretty bad.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry.
You sure?
No, because I was going to ask you after you said the other games because I'm making everybody kind of go through and give like a the pros and cons little mini review. So,
and then I got a bunch of games from a lot of people for the Steam sale. So I got 3 games that I'm not supposed to play on Twitch apparently. Thank you.
Wait, you should make sure people pay you back for that shit for suggesting it.
Well, they gifted it to me, so I can't be like,
okay.
I can't really do it. So they all gifted it to me now. So Honey Pop, genital jousting, apparently, with dicks flopping everywhere. I guess you can't do that.
You can always put it on YouTube.
I'm gonna do it on YouTube. Actually, that might be actually fun.
Yeah.
Some other etchy ass games, and then but I started playing Shadow of Mordor. I haven't, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I even have I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have my parents' name in Tengwar on my wrists. So I haven't played this game. That's how busy I've been for the last 3 years. Will knows this.
Yeah.
Waiting for that 15 to come out. But then my friend gifted it to me. He was just, hey, I heard you wanted, I heard you're a Lord of the Rings fan. So I'm like, all right, thank you, Ali. And now I'm seriously addicted to that game. And now that Shadow of War is coming out, I'm like, I need to beat this game before it comes out so I can beat it and play it. The other game, I've been playing Maple Story, guys. I've been playing a lot of Maple Story.
Her face.
I'm addicted to the to grinding. See, that game is like
Why don't
I
you
have
have
a
Destiny
love.
then?
I love grinding. I love working hard for something and then realizing it all means nothing in the end because someone can drop like $300 on it can be where you're at, and I'm like, fuck.
They could,
So
or they
it's play
could.
to win. But
They
I
could.
mean, I'm doing it completely, free. No pay to play.
Have you been streaming it,
No, I don't know if anyone would want to see me just sit there grinding.
dude?
That's like my
You'd be
therapeutic game
surprised
for
what
some
people will
reason.
watch. Like I remember I said this to you all the time. Like, don't ever think for a second a game that you personally enjoy, people won't tune in for. Like, there'll be some games, sure. Like for me, for example, I don't like MOBAs that much. So whenever people are playing MOBAs, I'm just like, unless it's something
So
like
he doesn't like when I play MOBAs. He
no,
doesn't like
I
it.
don't like it when anybody plays MOBAs. Like League of Legends, can't.
Well,
My
yeah.
attention span for that is just like, hey, there's
Just
something
can't.
way more interesting going on over here. But like, I get it. I get why some people do like watching it. You like, people will watch it.
Dongami, I have heard of Latale. My friend, shout out to Angel. He was talking to me about it, and he's just like, it's pretty much the same way. A lot of similarities between both games, and it's a grind fest as well. So I'm gonna be checking it out. Dongami, if you're on that, we gotta play together, bro. And then what else have I been playing? I love Fear. Will knows this. I
Dude,
love
yeah.
Fear. It's been one of my like childhood games, so I'm just like, I got the Fear bundle pack for like $2.
I wish
It's
I wish I had known about that.
I'm
sooner.
sorry, man.
No, it's
I
not
didn't-
your fault. I just like I go ahead. So
I saw it on Reddit. It was beautiful. It was just like buy the Fear bundle package with all the DLC and the 3 main games. I'm like, all right, and how much is it? And then I just clicked the link and it's just like $250. I'm like, all right, someone's gonna scam me for all my fucking money. So I'm sitting here like, this is gonna be bad. And then I purchased it from Humble Bundle. No, the it's like a bundle game site. But I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. All the codes were active on Steam. I was like, all right, this is brilliant. Now I buy certain games from there sometimes. I'm just like, this is amazing. And then the last game I was playing, I don't know. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, those are pretty much the main games that I've been just playing around with. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully this week I'll be able to play more games, but probably doesn't look like it because I got Otakon to come up and I got to do more costumes. So.
So what would you say are the main pros and cons of PUBG?
Ooh, okay. Well, for the pros, I would have to say that it's a game that can teach you how to survive in open world survival games. Like like I said, if you don't pay attention, you will get punished.
Mhm.
If you're trying to speed through something really quickly, you will get punished if you don't look around and actually try like scan every place in a fast motion. You will be punished. And that's a pro for me because I don't like being spoon-fed, tutorials like, oh, how to do this, how to do that. I know that you were talking about one of the cons that you wish happened was like a small tutorial at the beginning when you first learned, like a shooting range.
I just want a shooting
See-
range.
Yeah,
Like,
to
that's
see,
all I
like,
want. Like, the
There's
only,
a 60-second shooting range if you
I
count
mean,
that.
like, if you can get the weapon that everyone else is picking up.
No, you're right. No, you're right. And
Yeah.
I do agree with you, but at the same time, I don't know, man. We've come a long way where I was like, I love games that are so fucking hard now. Like you said, Battletoads, and I was just like, yay,
Yeah.
like, oh no, you said Turtles in Time.
Girls in Time.
I love Battletoads because it's so difficult and it's so hard. And like, yes, this is great. I don't know.
Likes it hard.
I do.
Lou Tuesdays.
It's Tuesday now, everyone.
It is
Welcome.
only Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's Tuesday somewhere.
It's Tuesday.
No, not really.
No.
No, it's not. It's wrong.
Just
Don't listen to the man.
pretend. Someone's gonna be watching this on a Tuesday, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, it's Tuesday." Yeah, right.
The fuck, Will. But yeah, no. As for cons, one thing that I do notice is, I mean, it's nothing controlling it because it's only 3 months into its existence, right? By the second month, well, the month and a half, everyone figured everything out. Like when vehicles spawned facing east, it wasn't a random vehicle being brought there. There were certain glitches you could take advantage of. Certain things that like when you were cutting a line, you could sometimes end up in a building, and like it's very buggy. But at the same time, I understand it's like a month and a half, 2 months at the time where it was, it isn't of its existence. So it was kind of difficult to see anyone just kind of being able to fix it right away. But it was way too fast that everyone figured out what to do. I don't know if people were coming from H1Z1 and like already had experience with it or what. I mean, I don't know. There's a ton more pros I could talk to you about this game for the whole fucking day and just
Please don't.
I don't want to though. I mean, everyone knows I talk like fucking 1,000 things at once. I have like the squirrel. So it's
You
like,
just
I think when it comes to PUBG, as of lately in that last update, it's like finding loot is a pain.
yep,
Yeah.
it definitely
It is. It's like I'll find a pistol and I'll be running around with a pistol for half the game. Like I'm gonna die. I am gonna accept it that somebody
you can do
got
some work with a
lucky,
pistol,
has
though.
an AKM, and I just got my pistol. That's
You
all
can
I
put
got.
in some work
Well,
with a
it's
pistol.
true. But in the apartments, like right next to school, I even noticed this. This used to be our sweet spot. Obviously, a lot of people did too. You know, especially in duo queue, like a duo setup, you would go to apartments, no matter how far away you were. You managed to get to the apartments on the roof. You wouldn't find shit. I would be sitting with like layout for like armor be like 101 and like like you said have a pistol, a sickle, no pan. But before the patch, I would drop down. There'd be like my before we left the area it would be like a 333, and we'd have AKMs, we'd have suppressors, scopes, top glass, and everything. So we'd be sitting pretty, and we would have a very very good chance of making it to chicken dinner. Now, if we're lucky, I'll find 2 med kits and one, like not even an AKM. I don't find AKMs anymore. I find scars more often than I do AKMs, and it's frustrating. So I'm like, oh, of course, that's what happened to
AKMs are
me.
love.
Yeah.
AKMs are love.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like I've personally put in some serious work with a pistol before. Like I was streaming and people were just like, "Yo, put your pistol away. Take out your shotgun." I'm like, "Bro, this dude's like 50 meters away. Like the fuck am I gonna do with a shotgun?" And then there's like, "Yo, you're gonna get killed." Like I killed 3 people with my pistol, and I'm just like, "What? I'm gonna do what now? I'm gonna do what?" It was the greatest. So don't sleep on pistols. You can do some work with them. It's hard. It ain't easy, but
Yeah, the luck is never on my side for that. I just accept my fate, and I'm like, all right, guys, I'm the first one out.
YOLO. We should wait.
YOLO.
I mean, I know we've been saying this probably before, but we should definitely get around to playing that together because PUBG is definitely one of my favorite games out right now.
The game is addicting.
It is so addicting.
I would love to be able to get like I don't know how to find 100 people to play with, but
Yeah.
the custom servers for the zombies, I would
Yeah.
love to do that. That would be so much fun.
I'm trying. I'm hoping that I have enough pull right now to be able to get into the pub partnership. I'm trying so that I can do stuff like that. And I have another.
Do it.
They asked a question in the application about like custom game modes, and I was just like, okay, I have this really great idea. It may or may not be because I like Metal Gear Solid a lot, but imagine a scenario where there's a base that people have to go to, where there's like 20 or so people patrolling it and trying to protect it, while there's only 4 people trying to infiltrate it. And like,
Ooh.
let's make that an actual like mode in the custom server and see how it does. If people want like an infiltration mode, you guys can fucking do it. Like, take my idea. I don't care. Like, I want to do something like this. Like, I think that'd be fucking awesome. So that's my
I'd
idea.
be that one person that's knocking on the half walls.
Yeah. What was that
It's
noise?
knocking on all the
It's just like other players like running around like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Running
No.
past her. The fuck's going on over here?
And like all the infiltrator people would have all silenced weapons, while the other people wouldn't have any silenced weapons. You can like kind of like choose like a loadout before the game starts that are only certain weapons, and then you have to find other ones in the map. Like, I want to do that. I want to make that a thing.
That
But-
would be cool.
As for other games I've been playing, yes, PUBG absolutely been one of those games I've been playing. I finished Nier Automata, and I have to say that game exudes brilliance. It's so good. Recommend it to anybody.
How many endings have you gotten?
Only one. I've only beaten the game once, so I'm on my second playthrough. I took my sweet time playing through that game because I was just trying to explore as much as I could. It's like it came out of nowhere for me. Like, it wasn't on my radar at all until a couple of people were talking about it in person and in stream. I was just like, all right, maybe I'll check this out. Maybe it is something that I'll like. And like, I didn't play the demo. I wanted to go in blind. Played the game. I was just like, it's like throwing new stuff at you all the time. And like when GJM was saying which ending did I get, like the game has several endings, but each playthrough is different. Like it incorporates different gameplay elements and different perspectives. I can't say too much more other than that because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but like highly recommend it.
You could spoil it. You could spoil it. It's only us here right now.
Don't. I only have 5 of the endings.
Wait, we have 5 of the endings?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I only have 1. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly.
It's really good. I
Yeah.
love all Square Enix games too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fishing.
Yeah, the fishing is actually not bad in it. It's tranquil and relaxing. It's not stressful. Yeah.
Like in Final Fantasy 15 when he fucking armingers a fucking fishing pole.
Yeah.
It's go time. I'm like, oh my god. Has this like that's ridiculous in and of itself. Like the dude has arminger with all old, like all old king's weapons, and he fucking pulls out a fishing rod out of thin air.
Right.
If someone must have told him, like, what are you doing, Noct? And he's just like,
Fishing.
I got this. I'm like,
It's so.
God.
So I think that pretty much covers most of the games I've been playing lately. I think I've been playing some other stuff too, but I just wanted to kind of talk about. Oh, and one more. Sorry, I was gonna say 3. Perception. I just started playing Perception.
Ooh, how is it? Dylan wants to play it so fucking badly. I remember we were at PAX and I was just like, well, I want to play, but the line was so fucking long.
I remember that. Yeah. I don't really have much bad to say about it. It's a really interesting game. It's for people at home who don't know what Perception is. I'll bring it up in a second. But basically, the idea behind Perception is you play as a blind girl, and you use echolocation to determine what objects are in the room or what interesting things are in the room. It's a horror game, so as you would imagine, it's just as scary as it sounds like it would be. Like, you're a blind girl in a horror game. You can't see anything until you use echolocation or you hear things. So like you see visual outlines of everything and like manifestations of them as a blind. It's like really well done. The sound design is super creepy.
It gets me how they had like a wicked small booth near the wall. When I was walking by, I was like, oh, I've been looking for this, and then the line was like 4 booths long, and I was just like, that's ridiculous. It's Sunday. There should not be any lines this long.
Right, exactly.
Like, speaking of PAX, I agreed. I'm going to PAX West.
Ooh.
We can't talk about it just yet, but I am going, Will. So if you need anything, just let me know.
Ooh.
I know.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Pretty excited for you, man. So again, this dude cosplays. He's like a fucking really great cosplayer, and he just makes people cry through his cosplays.
What up, Will? You guys like JRPGs, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Trigger, old school.
Good. He was
Have
like,
you guys played? Shut up. Have you guys played what's that game called? Fuck, I'm horrible. Well,
I never played that game before. What is it like?
no. I'm gonna play you. What was the name of the? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. It was promoting for last PAX.
Oh, I Am Setsuna.
I Am Setsuna. There you go. Have you guys played I Am Setsuna?
I have not played
No,
it.
not yet.
No.
It's on my backlog.
It's really good. Also, Lost Sphere. It's going to be the new one by the same company that made I Am Setsuna, and it is going to be amazing. It's going to be at PAX West, so keep an eye out for it. So, if you like JRPGs.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next part of our podcast, which is centered on what upcoming games are you most looking forward to?
I have to think about this. Oh, 2 games. I got it. Hellblade. That comes out next month.
Next month? Holy
And-
shit!
Yeah. I've been waiting for that game for a bit now. So I'm excited. Super excited.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And though I know I feel like I have other games pre-ordered for later this year, but I think South Park's The Fractured Butthole.
Mhm.
Yes.
I love
I'm
that.
excited. That's so bad.
So-
Yeah.
It's so good.
I still haven't. I have the first one. I just bought it on the Steam sale, and I haven't played it yet. So I will get
Bro.
around to that.
Bro.
You have to.
Bro.
You have to.
Yeah, that was one of the things I
Stop
bought on the
this
Steam
right
sale.
now and just go and play.
Oh,
Oh my god, no! It's that game is amazing. Like, I even loved the N64 South Park game.
that game was so
I think-
crazy.
Dude, you could pee in a snowball and throw them at the turkeys. Like, come
Yeah.
on. That game was
He
ridiculous.
legit could. There's no.
People didn't like it because it had a really big like M rating, and people were just like, "Oh, you can't play those type of games." Now everything that has an M rating, everyone's like, "These games are great," you know?
Yeah.
It's like
Pretty funny how that works.
for real, dude. The elementary humor that will exist. Exactly. I don't know why, but I mean, just like I love South Park, and there's no shame in it. It's my guilty pleasure.
Right, dude. Fortnite. Did you guys know about Fortnite?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I still have access to Fortnite now.
Ooh, have you played it yet?
Yeah. It's been a while. I started playing it last year. Last
Oh, damn. So yeah, you had the in for a while.
April. Yeah. I'm gonna say it was last April that I was playing it. It's fun. So yeah, that's another one that I can't wait to do. And I think I'm gonna buy the Founders Pack because it comes with 2 free base copies to give to friends. That game's a lot of
Ah.
fun. It is. And it's one of those like kick back and relax and enjoy it with friends kind of fun where it's
Have a
like you're just
brew.
kind of goofing off. Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to play it. I think I should be able to play it soon-ish. Still waiting on a little bit of confirmation, but yeah, if I ever do come across any more additional codes as well, I'll be spreading the love. This is what I do.
I hear birds.
Wait, what?
That'd be
Hear
my birds.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hear
I thought he was
Not my
tripping.
pet birds. There are birds outside my window. They're loud.
Cheep,
As
As
cheep.
long as you don't hear as long as you don't hear the chickens, okay?
You have chickens? That's so cute.
They're not my pet chickens. Like in Hawaii, the island of Kauai.
Oh, right. There's no
we
natural
have-
predators there, right?
No,
the-
not really. So just plentiful chickens everywhere. And my neighbors have pet goats.
Oh, that's
They're just
pretty good.
pets, okay? They don't do anything else other than just like mow their lawn. They're pet goats.
Hey, that's pretty good. If
I
you don't want to
mean,
mow your lawn, you
Yeah, right. Makes things a little easier. I like it.
seriously.
Let me look at the list.
Uriah?
Yo.
What games are you looking for? Too?
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Definitely
Yeah.
want to check that out. Hellblade is top of mind. Also, Destiny for sure, and Call of Duty World War II.
So, I think DJ, you were saying you don't like Call of Duty, but Yuria, do you like Call of Duty?
I do. I like the fact that they're going back to, skill based
Yeah.
shooting, which is amazing. So I had a lot of fun playing that during E3. So that was cool. Yeah. So I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Also, Modern Warfare Remastered, that was really good. The fact that they did that. So skill based shooting is good.
I'm with you. I like that they're bringing it back to making you actually work for your kills a little bit. Which,
Yeah.
now I saw a couple of things in Infinite Warfare where I was just like Black Ops 3 had a lot of fun with it, but they had some really cheap mechanics where you weren't earning your kills. You were just kind of like, hey, I played long enough in the match to unlock this grenade launcher, and I'm just gonna shoot it in this general direction and kill like 12 people. Not a fan. Not a
That's
fan of
not
that.
fun.
No, super not fun. Yeah, I was just looking through the list of all the other games that were coming out. There's like Evil Within 2.
Word.
Yeah.
Good game. Yeah.
Pyre, I think, is on there somewhere.
Pyre, I just looked into today, and it looks really interesting. Let me actually show a little bit of that.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, the art style's really pretty. Wait, this was at PAX East?
What?
Yeah, the showcase, right?
I guess. I didn't know that. I was at PAX East. I didn't see the shit. Fuckery.
What is this fuckery?
What is this?
Oh, Z fuckery.
All of it. What is your game of the year so far?
You.
Aww. Hey, you said it. I'm just reacting.
Just hangs head in sadness.
I'll say my game of the year so far, and I would say it will be a cross up between these 4 games, but I'm going to give it to Nier Automata. And it comes down to the community engagement. There's actually people on the floor who are actively communicating with the community and talking to people and like retweeting stuff and being active in regards to the game. So like if I go live and like retweet it to some of the community managers, like they'll see it and they'll like retweet it and they'll come into the chat and like check stuff out. My option aside from that was going to be Neo, but there is none of that. There's no community engagement in that game. Like I love that game so much, but like there isn't really any that way to connect with the developers or connect with anybody because like they're so closed off. And that might just be like a matter of like a cultural difference. I'm not sure. I just know that like if I want to talk to somebody about doing something promotional with them, like there's no one. There's nothing. The other 2 games I would say would be Battlegrounds and Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Those are for me all phenomenal games that are like I'm so addicted to. Let's go with Itsuyoru. What about you?
I waited 10 fucking years for this, so not kidding.
Wait, that was last year though. You can't use
It
that.
came out in like November. It technically recounts to 17.
Does it? Does it really?
Yeah, unless you can. Yes, Will. Final Fantasy 15 for me. I mean, I waited 10 years. If I say anything else, I mean, I'm just might as well. I don't fucking. That game has been like on my wish list, like my bucket list to play if it ever came out when it was Versus. So that's my personal game of the year because fuck 10 years of waiting, dude. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely in it. But aside from that, now that I got that over with, for me it has to be. Man, I already said Overwatch for what was it, 2015? That game,
Yeah.
or 2016. Yeah, and then it has to be Battlegrounds. Nutty. 3 months out and it's already nutty. I just don't even know.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. Oh, shout out to Mitzi Brishera that has started watching us.
Oh, you gonna call? She might be trying to lurk, bro.
Worst lurking system ever. Your friend is here.
I know. It really just tells you everything. I try not to call people out until they say something because I know some people like to lurk. But Brishera, hi.
Goofy.
Love your face.
But yeah, no, I mean Battlegrounds has been phenomenal with everything from community, just everything, like the community in there, the devs being part of, the chat, and it just I love it. I love that game so much. And it's weird because I'm not good at those kind of games. So
I feel you. All right. So I didn't get a chance to fully see the message because of the arrangement of the screen. But do you mind sending it to my Twitter? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. But what was the thing I was just talking about? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Game of the year. We'll do like a rapid fire for you guys.
Okay, so I like how I'm gonna read this real quick. Brashera says my favorite is Nyx. You know what's the funny great thing is that a lot of people
Damn it.
know what my son's name is. My son's name is actually Nyx.
Oh, that's
Really?
pretty great.
oh wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Well, that's my favorite thing about Final Fantasy 15 is that there's like 4 iterations of the name Nyx because Noctis is one of
Yep.
them as well. So it's like I love that, and so
Hmm.
that's why I like Final Fantasy 15. Just random thing, but it's not my game of the year.
No, that's
Um,
fine. That's totally fine.
Mine really quick would be actually Nier Automata would be like my game of the year for me so far. I would say Horizon Zero Dawn, but I haven't played it yet. When I bought those 2 games at the same time, I decided to start with Nier, and I love it. I love the art style, I love the music, I love everything about it. So Nier.
Yeah, I like it.
Got a magic, you shut your mouth. You shut your filthy mouth now.
Whoa.
That's dope.
And what about you, Mr. Yudia?
It would have to be Persona 5. I was actually surprised
Okay.
because that's probably the newest game that I've played, in the last 2 years. So definitely beautiful game. Well done. Just enjoying it. I haven't played it in a little bit, but it's definitely, if I had to pick, it'd be Persona 5.
Gotcha. I didn't play Persona 5 mainly because anytime I'm playing anything, I'm streaming it. So their stance on that was a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
Do they still have that?
No, it's like the last cutscene, I think, right?
It's the last, or it's like some month. I don't remember what the month is. It's like July something.
July 7th.
Yeah. So,
But like, they're still enacting that. Like, how long is like okay? Can we
How
just
long?
spoil it already? You mean if you haven't played it again, it's like don't watch my stream. That's it.
yeah, exactly.
don't.
Like if you don't want spoilers, don't fucking watch it. The game's been out in Japan longer, so it's not like if someone wanted to see the spoiler, they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things I feel kind of passionately about because it's like actively going against the whole idea of streaming. Like the reason why people watch streams of games they've already played before is they want to see somebody else experience that.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever their stance is. I mean,
Wait, there's 26 endings in Nier?
Yeah,
Are they like
one for every letter of the alphabet.
Yep.
A B C D. Yeah.
Wow, I'm so excited.
Are you? You barely sleep. You're never gonna finish like 26 endings.
I'm eventually going to get. I mean, I could keep playing the game for years, so it's fine.
Just get one ending a month for the next 25 months.
Right, right.
Some of them endings are quick, right? Because of the
Yeah, there's some of them are really quick.
What do you guys think about Doomfist?
I don't play Overwatch.
I'm hyped because they got a Nigerian voice actor for a Nigerian character, and
Nice.
a
Nigerian
lot of
Prince?
people.
Who wants you to
No,
send
that's
over?
the other
the
one. That's
$2,000?
Marvel.
Yeah.
I believe we had that conversation.
Yes.
Pretty much. Doomfist is. Everyone thought it was gonna be Terry Crews. The hype behind it was huge, and I understand why a lot of people are let down. But you gotta admit, this is another thing that Blizzard does very, very well.
Mhm.
Their characters, they fit the voice actors for the characters, and that's amazing. I mean, Lucio is Brazilian, Diva's actually Korean. Obviously, with the whole language barrier in there and everything, you kind of have to. But it's kind of ridiculous. Like you have Blizzard, pretty much selecting different voice actors for their characters and going through, and he's a veteran voice actor as well. I forgot who he does.
He's also on Broadway.
That's the other thing. He's not
He's
no
an actual
schmuck
actor.
off the street, you know what I mean? He's like he's an actor. So I don't know. I love his voice when I heard him in like the monologue for the reveal of Doomfist. I thought it was fucking crazy dope. I was just like, yes, because like I love Terry Crews. I love him in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love him in everything, White Chicks, everything. And it's like it's amazing. But I'm also really happy that Blizzard didn't go the
well-known,
way that everyone
regular, everyone expected it to be him type of thing.
power uppercut. Would have
Yeah.
been like, oh, this is kind of annoying. But now it's just like he has substance behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's different now. So it's just like he's not a meme. I guess they wanted to avoid making Doomfist into like this meme that everyone's gonna be like, oh look, it's the Old Spice, Doomfist, and stuff. Now he has actual character, and I'm excited as hell. I'm super duper duper mega excited, and it's cool that Blizzard does this. So I'm in.
Yes.
Dylan and I were talking about that too, so we were excited about it because it's just like yes.
Yudia, have you been playing Overwatch?
No. I
man.
played beta when it came out a while ago.
Yeah.
I guess that was a beta. It was really fun. I do not own the game yet.
Okay. Well, the good news is, do you play on PC?
Does it have full controller support?
I believe so.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It has full control.
What, you giving out free codes or something?
I am hoping to. I find out Monday if I have codes to give away.
Nice.
For the longest time, I've been like, man, I really want to play this on PC as well because I have a lot of friends who want to play, and a lot of viewers as well who want to play the game with me more often. But I only have it on PS4, which is great because a lot of other people I know also have it on PS4. But Chris is one of the people, for Itsioru, who transitioned fully to PC. He doesn't play on PS4 anymore.
It sucks so much balls, dude.
And
I
I wish it was a situation where we could, you buy the game once and have it on all systems. That'd be amazing. So I can play it with whoever. But that's not the way games work. So
Yeah.
unless there's like a partnership with a particular company, or like Sony had a partnership with Blizzard to do that, then it won't be a scenario we'll see very often. But I do think I should have some codes by Monday, and which also means I'll be able to play and give some away to people. So if you're going to be around and want to get in on some of that, I'll have hopefully a code to give away on Tuesday for Ludes Day Tuesday.
Nice.
Yes, so
Tuesday with Overwatch booty woody. All right.
yeah, over booty.
Every booty.
Yeah, I think the character is just like really, really interesting. Changes the dynamic of how the game is played. Like everything about him is different than other characters. Like he's up close and personal melee character who has a shotguns in his hands that don't reload in the traditional way. They reload over time. So like you can be up close, shotgun, like charge punch, and then like do other stuff, and your shotgun's ready to go again. Like I have no doubt that they considered all the possibilities of balancing the character, but like right now, the stuff I've seen,
underbalanced. He's underbalanced right now, though.
What do you mean
That's
under-
usually what comes.
Oh, you mean
what
like he's
usually
OP?
happens in PTR. No. He's under OP. Like he's not. When
weak?
PTR comes down, what most of the time that Blizzard does is they did it with Ana. They did it with I forgot who else. Sombra as well. Well, Sombra's still under under Juice, but that's a different topic. But what they do is they definitely don't beef him up to his release, like his actual release. So they use that to see where can they fine tune it, what can they do
Okay.
for that. So which is cool because that's why I love PTR. It's just like, oh wow, we can definitely do this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Doomfist is definitely a skill-based character. If you're really good with Genji, then you might want to pick up Doomfist because he does look like he is very skill-based. He's an assault class or like pretty much
Blank
offensive.
class, yeah.
I can't wait to see what some of the things that people do with them. I saw a Seagull play. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
me too. That's what I was talking about. He seemed OP as fuck when I was watching. I was like, oh.
Seagull's hands, fucking what was it? Sombra was OP on him. I'm just like, this kid's just ridiculous.
I love
Like,
Sombra. I love her.
and that's fine. I mean, if you can make her work in a team and you can build the team, to complement Sombra, it's really good. I still have like all that crazy like Overwatch like want to do on PC, but I'm like my reaction time is so slow.
We'll get there, bro. We'll get there.
Okay.
Before we end the podcast, first of all, to my lovely guests, we'll start from the bottom right here, Miss DJ M. We have Yuria. We have It's Yoru, and we have myself, all in one podcast. It's an exciting day for me because I had the opportunity to meet these fine people here and liked them. I thought they were really cool and really fun to hang out with. We had some time during some after the show stuff to just like kick it and hang out and talk and have some heart to hearts, and it was just great. It was absolutely great. So some people might have some questions in the chat for us before we do leave, but did you guys want to add anything else before we
Yeah, I definitely want to add. I love your production.
Oh, thank you.
It's really, really dope. Definitely enjoy the chemistry between you and Chris, which is pretty dope also. Yeah, just really digging it, man. Love the graphics and I appreciate your gift, man. You
Thank
have
you.
dope skills with the artwork and stuff. So if anything, I'll say that.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. And I'm more than happy to extend the invitation out to my other people in the podcast group. Whoever wants to work with you guys as well, you guys definitely should link up together. If there are people at home who haven't already, for whatever reason, done so, follow all of these beautiful people over on Twitter and on Twitch as well. I'm going to put the command up again for their Twitch username. So go follow each and every one of them. Once again, you're watching the Black Oni podcast. We have Itsiodu on the line. Yo, Itsiodu on Twitch.
Thank you for that.
Yes, I'm trying. We have Yuria. So where can people go get some more of Itsiodu outside of what I just said?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram. That's pretty much where I post most of my like cosplay progress and stuff like that. So check me out there. It's the same thing. It's Yodu. On Twitter, you can find me at Chris_Lascano, Lazzcano, which is pretty much cosplay stuff. Watch me rant about games, and as per usual, fuck Konami. But I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
Oh wow.
No,
Dude,
we-
oh my god! As per every E3, that's become like my hashtag now. As per every E3, fuck Konami real quick, and then we can
Absolutely.
talk about E3 proceedings.
God, I just. Yuria, yes.
Yo.
Where can people go to get more of you?
Definitely the showradio.info. Once again, that's the showradio.info. You'll get me and also Miss DJM there. As far as Twitter, it's Uriah, Uriyya.
Show. I screwed that up. And Miss DJM. Where can
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Miss DJM, MISSDJM.
and
Very simple.
Yeah, right. And everyone at home, you guys already know. Hopefully, you already know. You can check me out at twitter.com
Twitter!
slash
That's partnered
blackoni. Instagram.com/blackoni. Everything else is blackoni except for YouTube because I can't get that name because someone else took it a while ago.
Someone's still a little salty.
A little bit. Just Will Wiggins on YouTube, which is fine because I want people to know me as Will Wiggins or Will Black Oni Wiggins because I'm just a part of what makes Black Oni. People like my man Itsiodu are a part of this group and of this movement. So I'm really
And it's fun. And it's totally a platform where we can express ourselves in gaming, art, whether it be perversion or not. It's something that's really beautiful. And you guys are more than welcome to check out the Discord as well.
yes,
Drop
Discord.
that link, bro.
Yeah, dude, the Discord be hype as fuck.
Also, there's like different tabs where you guys can share your art, you can promote your own stuff.
Yep.
Which is, it's catering to everyone and it's growing every day. So please just come on by, hang out, talk. I mean, I try to be as active as I can, but in the summer it's really hard. But yeah, you got your man up there, Will. Well, he's to my left. There we go. There you go. Will over there that just completely comes in, talks with everyone. Just goes from there.
Yeah, so we know that our other lovely guests have something else that they need to do, and also we all have things we have to do. I will be streaming more a little bit later if I can. I'm working on some emotes as well, so I'll probably do that after this show ends. But keep it locked. Make sure you check out everybody's stuff, and we'll catch you later. Mwah!